What's up, everybody? Welcome to Buzzworthy TV. And I'm the girl, Lady T. And today, we're talking love and hip hop Atlanta, y'all. Y'all, I'm so proud of myself. I said I was going to be doing 4 reviews a week, and so far, so good. You know, it was a struggle for a minute. I was going through that training, and I'm just happy to be getting back to doing something that I love, which is, getting on here talking to you guys. So anyway, let's get into the episode. Okay, the episode picks back up where we left off with Tammy and Kalina going at it because Kalina has disrespected Deb. And Tammy ain't having it. So they going back at it and whatever, back and forth. And Tammy is calling Kalina all type of broke bitches and all this other stuff. And Kalina, as she's going at it with her, she's like, wait a minute. Why is this chick speaking on my financial situation? And the only person that I even told that to was my friend, Rashida. But anyway, Kalina and Tammy, they keep going back and forth to the point where Tammy leaves the club. And Rashida goes out to go check on Tammy to make sure Tammy is all right or whatever. And Tammy is like, I should have known that she was full of crap when she called me talking crap about you. And so Rashida's like, hold up, pause, wait a minute. What'd she say about me? And Tammy is like, well, she called me talking about how you was handing out your CDs on her tour bus when she was on tour or whatever. And, she was like, for real? She was like, yeah, she called me and was talking, talking all that junk like you, a struggling artist and you was giving out your CDs when you was on her tour bus or whatever. So, of course, Rashida's feeling some type of way, feeling like Kalina's been dogging her out on the low. So, anyway, after that, we get Mimi and Stevie J. Them two just need to go ahead and get back together because the chemistry is obvious. And when Stevie J is sober, you can tell that they almost are meant to be. Anyway, so they walking and they talking, and basically Stevie J lets her know that he's getting ready to move to LA. He got this movie that he about to work on. He getting back in the studio with Diddy. It's going down for him professionally. And I'm happy for Stevie because, Stevie is really talented. And I think with him, being on drugs and being an alcoholic and then on this show as well, we lost sight of that. So I'm kind of glad that he's cleaning up his act. And we're getting to see that other side of him. And I'm glad he's kind of even bringing that to Love and Hip Hop. Like, he's even bringing that to the platform that kind of brought him back. Like, hey, I'm out here. I done cleaned up. I want to show y'all another side of me, a more mature side. So, anyway. So, they're talking. He tells her about how he's moving to LA. She's not happy about it because she just feels like, hey, their daughter has just, Eva has just really got used to having Stevie back after the whole rehab thing. And she just thinks that he needs to be around. And he's like, well, I'm just trying to do this for my career. I'm just trying to make moves. And they start talking about Jessica Dime Piece and Tiffany Fox. And Mimi tells him that, hey, I hooked back up with Jazzy Faye. I apologize. And, he not really feeling Jessica, but he is feeling Tiffany. He want to work with the Fox. And she also tells him that, hey, Tiffany's excited about working with Jazzy Faye, but what she really want is to work with you. She need that track from you. And he's like, you know what? Tiffany got a little bit of talent, and I do feel kind of bad about messing up her showcase or whatever. So, yeah, we can work on something. And I'm glad he's taking that approach like he said. He said, he's trying to get back on, and sometimes he's going to have to make decisions for the betterment of his career, even if it causes trouble at home. So anyway, after that, we got Carly Red and Cena. Now, this is the stupidest shit I ever freaking heard of, okay? Because Cena is seeking out Carly Red to talk about KD. But my thing is, bitch, are y'all freaking delusional? And yes, I'm calling y'all bitches because y'all are stupid as hell. And, okay, let me backtrack. Okay, so, Cena, you're going to meet with Carly to talk about KD, but he was cheating on you with not only KD, but with Carly Red too. So what makes Carly Red better than fucking KD? And Carly, why you meeting up with Cena when Jock cheat on you with KD and Cena? Like, why y'all want to be BFS and be in cahoots and shit when both of y'all got fucked over Jock, but y'all want to conspire against KD? Like, she was the only one that was fucking around with Jock. Like, she the one that ruined y'all fucking relationships. No, she didn't. Number one, it was not a fucking relationship. Y'all were all jump-offs. Not only did he cheat on y'all with each other, but he got other bitches pregnant. Like, come on. Like, y'all so damn dumb. But anyway, so Cena meets up with Carly and talks about KD and talks about how she want her family back and KD is getting in the way. You know, he continues to want to be with that bitch. And, you know, she's sick of KD. I'm like, oh my God. And Carly with her messy self like, girl, I feel you. You know, she was all up in my face doing this and that for me. And all the while she was fucking my man. He was never your man. But however, we'll go with that, I guess. And so she was like, so yeah, I'm down. I'll help you. You know, I want to see you get your family back. So they conspire to get KD back by saying that they're going to invite, you know, Carly's going to invite her to her record label release party because she has a record label that she's getting ready to launch with Empire Records. Now, that's kind of weird because, you know, Carly's been trying to sing and dance for a lifetime. Couldn't get that together, but she can get a record label. So I guess they just handing out record labels. Well, hell, give me a record label. You know, I got better ear for music than she do. I mean, I'm not musically inclined. I'm not going to delude myself like she does and think that she got musical talent or whatever. Y'all remember when she called herself trying to be an artist. So anyway, so if they giving out record labels, please contact me. I want a record label. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to bite this bitch to the record label release party and basically double team her ass. Then we got Kalina and Rashida. They are meeting up at the studio because basically Rashida wants to talk to Kalina about what she heard from Tammy. So they meet at the studio, you know. Rashida's laying down this track, which is really good. It's actually different from her other style of rap, and I'm really kind of feeling it. But anyway, Kalina goes into the studio, and Rashida gets right into it. Like, what was all that you was talking about? You know, I heard that you was saying, you know, trying to dog me. And Kalina was like, no, that's not what I said. I was just, you know, putting it out there that, you know, you was on my tour. Well, I was on tour. I was kicking it on my bus. You was handing out your CD. She was like, I didn't mean it to be like, you know, disrespectful. I was just calling it the way I seen it. And the only reason your name even got brought up is because I heard that you was talking about me and my financial situation. So, whatever. So, it's just really ridiculous. So, excuse me, y'all. So, they go back and forth, and she was like, look, you shouldn't have said nothing to Kalina's like, you shouldn't have said nothing to her about my finances. We supposed to be friends 10 years plus, and you don't even know this chick like that. And she was like, well, all I said was that, you know, they're getting this big house. I hope they can pay their bills. She was like, you shouldn't have said shit. And I agree with Kalina. If you friends with both of us, you know we really don't know each other like that. And you know she talking shit about me, but I'm your friend. The best way you could do is, if you're not going to defend me because you want to be neutral, is to not say shit at all. And that is so true. When you friends with two people who don't really know each other and the other person is trying to throw your friend in the bus, you either defend that person if you feel like they're in the right, if your friend is in the right that they're talking about, or you don't say shit. And so I was definitely there for what Kalina was saying. So then, after that, we got Stevie J and Scrappy. Now, the first thing I thought about when they met up was, remember, ain't nobody gonna make no money in the A. Remember that? Y'all know I was loud. Sorry about that. But that junk was so hot. Remember that they all got into it? Scrappy and Erica and Stevie J and Jocelyn, they all got into it. And Scrappy was like, man, ain't nobody gonna make no money in the A. Remember when the security was dragging him out? When they was getting to it, he was like, I was like, heck nah. Look at these folks. They don't got to, they was hitting each other, they got into blows and was cussing each other out and everything. And look, they sitting down like grown men laughing about that shit. Like, yeah, remember when we got into it? And remember, was like, Scrappy was like, yeah, remember I was about to kick your ass. Well, he said like that, but that's how his vibe was giving me. He was giving me like, yeah, nigga, I was about to kick that ass. And so, yeah, they laughing, they talking or whatever, which is something I wish we as women could do. Yeah, it took them a minute. It didn't happen overnight, but you see how they got over that junk and they can laugh about it and they can just sit there and smoke cigars and just shoot the breeze. I love it. So anyway, they laughing, they talking, and Scrappy, they catching up or whatever. Scrappy's letting them know what's going on with him, and Stevie J is letting Scrappy know, like, look, hey, I'm tired of Nico the Freako, and he bothering Mimi. And, he done brought his wife out here, so I got a plan. I just got involved with this new magazine or whatever. And since he likes to eat off my wife, been eating off her for the past couple of years, I'm going to have Margot come in and do a photo spread for my new magazine. And check this out. Here's the catch. She didn't even know that she gonna be doing it for me. I'm gonna have my partner invited to do this photo shoot, and they laughing about the plan and how she gonna flip out when she find out Stevie was behind it. So anyway, after that, we got these two dummies, Tammy and Bambi. Now, before I get to Tammy and Bambi, I forgot about the birthday party. Imani had a birthday party. And, everybody's trying to be cool for the sake of Imani. Scrappy and Erica and put their differences aside or whatever. But it got Bambi feeling some type of way because, Erica don't really like her. And she's just starting to realize that no matter what, they always going to be a family. And Bambi wants her own family, and she just don't really think that her and Scrappy's relationship is going anywhere. So it's really making her reevaluate her situation. She done put her dreams on hold to try to get Scrappy on the right track. So she's just really thinking her whole situation. So anyway, she's meeting up with Tammy. And basically Tammy tells her how she got into it with Kalina. And then Bambi tells her, like, look, I went to Imani's birthday party or whatnot. And I'm just feeling some type of way. Like, Scrappy has done nothing for my career. He's done nothing for me. And I met up and did this video. I forget who dude it is. He irrelevant. Never heard of him. Never heard this video that she's supposed to be in. Whatever, however. But she just did this video. And whoever the video she did it for, he's done more for her in this short amount of time than Scrappy has done for her in 2 years. And she's just over Scrappy. So anyway, after that, then we got Carly, Kalina, and Jocelyn. They all at the nail salon getting they pedicures. And they catching up or whatever. Jocelyn, ready to get the tea because she just back from LA. And basically, Kalina tells them about Rashida, and then Carly lets them know that, hey, she about to set up KD. She about to invite her to her record release party, a record label release party. And she was like, she ain't even gonna know that it's my party because I'm going to send the invite through Empire Records and all this other stuff. And, you know, Kalina, she like, look, I just had an altercation with Rashida. I don't got time for nobody else's drama. And even Jocelyn's like, caught me out, which basically translates to, look, I almost got fired, and I don't got time to be beating no bitch's ass. I'm on the come up. I'm about to move to LA. I'm about to get this fucking spinoff. I don't got time to be beating no bitch's ass. Mona's not about to fire me now. That's basically what Jocelyn was trying to say. But she just said, hey, count her out. Anyway, then we got Tony and Kalina. Kalina is just in her feelings. And so she meets Tony at the club. And she, you know, she just tells him, like, I feel like I don't got nobody. You not managing my career no more. Me and Rashida ain't friends. You know, I done got into it with Deb and Tammy. I can't trust nobody. I don't feel like nobody's here for me. And he's, you know, she starts crying. And he's like, you know, I know it seems rough right now or whatever, but things are going to get better. And he was like, matter of fact, maybe we should go and talk to a doctor because I think you're experienced a little postpartum depression. And she agrees to do so because she knows that, you know, she's emotionally all over the place. So then we get to this photo shoot with Margot. Now, Margot is doing her thing or whatever, and she invites Nico because he's the only one that she can trust or whatever, however. And Stevie comes in and, you know, like, yeah, you looking good or whatever. And Nico really wasn't even surprised, you know. At first it was like, what you doing here? He was like, no, I'm a partner in the magazine. And as soon as he found that out, Nico knew exactly what it was. You know, they got history. And Nico, come on now. He an opportunist too. He the biggest opportunist of them all, so he know. Anyway, so while they going back and forth, Margot's like, wait a minute, hold up. What's going on here? What's going on? And, you know, Nico tells him, like, he just mad because, you know, I screwed his baby mama. I took his baby mama from him and all that. And, you know, Margot is like, look, I don't want none of this and all this other stuff. And Margot kind of gets with Stevie J. Like, look, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Y'all need to handle this. This is some petty shit. But how much am I going to get paid? And, you know, like, Stevie kind of likes her feistiness. And he was like, we can work it out. No, she's like, look, I want 10 G's. He was like, wait a minute, hold up. I was going to pay you, but 10 G's, you got me bent. And I'm like, you better tell her, Stevie. You talented, Margot. And you got this little vibe that I think is going to really get you over. But you ain't worth 10 G's for a photo shoot yet, girl. Has several seats. Then we get to this party with Carly Red. Oh, and kind of find out Carly Red is dating Life Jennings. Let me tell y'all. Say what you want about Carly Red, but she keeps her man. She has a new man every season. Her, you know what, must be made to go. Because she always be with niggas. And it don't be no bum-ass niggas either. But anyway, you know, she lets it be known that she's with Life Jennings. He's there at the launch party. And they, you know, KD shows up and, you know, she's all shocked that Carly's a part of this whole situation. Instead of leaving like anybody with some sense would do, she goes up there and she talks to them, and they all, you know, she sees Cena up there, and they all kind of get into it. Well, basically, of course, Cena and Carly basically team up against KD. And I'm just like, why y'all teaming up on this girl? Like, she the only chick that was messing around with Jack. Like, I just don't get it. So they all get to arguing, and I'm just like, y'all need to grow up, like, for real. So anyway, y'all, that was the episode. Until next time, peace and love.